bow down to the 9mm cartridge. For everybody talking about 40 Smith & Wesson, GTFO. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. All right, guys. We're going to have a little bit of a shorter show today because it's Thanksgiving week. It is the week of gratitude. And what we're going to discuss tonight is being grateful for what you got and losing it like this. And that'll make more sense in a moment. Let's go ahead and give a congratulations to the first Dilder, the first Glowy in the chat, which is, excuse me, I don't want to burp directly in the microphone. I know y'all don't care, right? But some new subscriber just stopping by, they may care. Toy Town Inc., my brother, thank you for being first. You, sir, deserve one crisp high five. Psh, congratulations. And let's go ahead and get started and say what's up to all the channel members. Channel members. All right, so channel members sound off. I was going to go all the way back and chat like I usually do, but you know what? We're going to do it a little bit differently today. So Kurt24, channel member, what's up, brother? One Love Design, another channel member. Anthony Smith. Oh my goodness, what did I just do? I just called Kurt24 a channel member. I'm so sorry. What I meant to say was channel member. My apologies. The GD Bacon, channel member. What's up, brother? One Love Design, channel member. Anthony Smith, channel member. Who else we got up in here? We got Misty, Misdemeanor, Miss Wayne, channel member. Existence Mundane, channel member. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. We got Live Life, who I believe said Alabama in the house. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Too Many Choices, channel member. Live Life, channel member, of course. We got ADXR920. And you guys out here, Kurt24, ADXR920, Mike McClune, you guys are giving out channel memberships like crazy. I am super grateful for it. Love all y'all. Mike McClune, speaking of the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you, my brother. We got T for Tejas, channel member. Rose Blight, channel member. And who else we got? One Love, Misty, Miss Wayne. And we got the Beam of the Goons, channel member. We should make like a channel member song, right? Joe Morris, another channel member. Thank you for joining us, my brother. I appreciate you. It's ADXR920, One Love Design, Joe Morris, Mike McClune, Live Life, Alabama in the house. See, told you. PC, channel member. He says, we lit. What up? Hey, Jason Ewing. Look at that. We got turkeys up in this mug. DB Koopa, channel member. What's up, brother? Thank you for spending your valuable, oh so valuable time, especially kind of feeling like it's nearing the end. Every day that goes by is more and more valuable. So thank you. Key, ASC, another channel member. Who else we got? Flying Ridge. What's up, brother? Another channel member. Okay, I want to make sure I don't miss nobody. Okay. Of course. How could I forget? Mr. Rusty, Trombone Shackelford, my brother. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Another channel member. Okay, Miss Wayne. Is there a Ron Wayne in the building? Can I get a Ron Wayne in the building? Dang, so many channel members in here. It is crazy, bro. Craig Licka, channel member. What up? Craig Licka. All right, who else we got? Bro, this is crazy. Like almost everybody's a channel member up in here now, and y'all talk so much before we start the stream. It's kind of challenging to go through all this. It's great. Man Against the Masses, Mr. Madam. What's up, brother? Another channel member. And of course, all of the incredible shout outs to the honorable mentions. Toy Town Inc. What's up, brother? We got, let's see, who else? Geez, who else is not a channel member? This is insane. I saw some foes. Bro, my whole chat is green. This is nuts, man. This is nuts. Man, I appreciate all you guys so much for the support, man. Jason Ewing, what's up, brother? Let's see. I think we got some tactical turkeys up in here. I'm about to bring on my guest in just a moment, and we're going to jump into the conversation. Um, Dude, oh, this guy. See, okay, this guy is not a channel member. I see. I see what's going on here. Warsaw Patriot, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. And let me know how I'm coming through. I'm still learning on my brand new equipment. So thank you. 40 Smith and Wesson for the win, and the NFA is unconstitutional as applied to individuals. That's your thing. That's your thing. Andy Lipsco, what's up, brother? Leo fights back. Handguns and semi-auto rifles are being banned in Canada. RIP for Canadian gun rights, bro. I know it, man. And so many people would jump in and be like, "Dark, it's not going to happen. Why do you think they're going to come for your guns? Why do you think they're going to come for your P80s? Why do you think they're going to come for your braces? Why do you think they're going to change? They're just going to control all the currency and then control. Hey, shooting down New England. What's up, brother? Safety Haba Firearms. What's up, brother? Shooting down New England is the man. If you haven't checked out his channel, make sure you do, laddie. And who else do we have up in here? A Silverback Tactical. What's up? What's up? But Dark is, I know, crazy how that works, right? JC9, what's cracking, fam? Good to see you. I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. Hey, Carolina EDC Reviews. What's up, brother? G. Lint Novis. I have no idea what that means, but it's a very unique name. George Washington. Salute to you. And who else we got? I hate to think that someone could get missed, right? So I got to show some love, right? Hold on, who's blowing me up? When are you dropping more PF45 jigs? I missed the last batch, guys. I sold almost 50 PF45 jigs, the new DLD hardware jigs, in less than 12 hours. All of them, like that. That's crazy. I got out 64 packages today. It's like crazy. Yes, you can join the Discord. I will let you know that it is not a public Discord, and generally, you got to email me for the link. So as long as you're okay with degenerative, conversations and some. The way I describe Discord is like kind of how people say Twitter is the bathroom stall of the internet. The way I describe Discord is that Discord is the hole in the ground below the outhouse. Does that make sense? Just full of shit, full of disgusting. Yeah, just disgusting shit. But it's great. Hey, Dude Knowledge, thank you for joining. Dude Knowledge has actually challenged some folks over there at Tactical Turkeys to get a face tattoo of the Tactical Turkeys logo. Some people think it's a peacock with a ski mask. That's all right. Yeah, Warsaw, send me an email. I got you, bro. You've been around for a minute. I could trust you. Could one of the mods drop my email in chat, please? So, Dude Knowledge Garage over at Tactical Turkeys had issued a challenge, and he said because they're doing a Toys for Tots drive at Tactical Turkeys, and he said if somebody gets a Tactical Turkeys tattoo on their face and or head, that he will contribute $5,000 to the Toys for Tots or Turkeys for Tots. That's a big commitment on both ends. Okay, so good luck, you guys. That's obviously a turkey. Yeah, I know people give him shit, so I got to give him shit too. Okay, so hey, Ron Wayne, what's up, brother? Good to see you. And as interesting as it is, Discord. Shitter's full. As interesting as this may seem, today's stream is in a way about gratitude. Gratitude for what you have. And this is going to be a very interesting topic. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, forehead only. Forehead only. So before I bring our guests on and before we jump into it, I want to let you guys know that around this time of year, not all families and not all people are as blessed as we are, right? We got a lot of shit, right? We are super blessed, and there may be a lot of people even among us in our community that are going through a tough time, right? Um, but right now, 'tis the season to give. And what do I always say at the end of every single stream? It's important to bless others. When you bless others, you become blessed. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. That's just the way the world works, right? So, right now, up until December the 13th, you can send a Cash App donation to Tactical Turkeys. They're a friend of the show and a personal friend of mine, folks with the dudes. And if you guys send a Cash App donation to, oh, Crypto Pirate just sent me, you know what? So Crypto Pirate just sent me a Cash App donation, prior to even starting this conversation. So I'm going to take that, and Crypto Pirate, thank you. Appreciate you, brother. And check him out. I think he has a channel too. So check out Crypto Pirate. I think it's on, um, shit, just look up Crypto Pirate. Okay. Sorry, brother. I tried. Um, so I'm going to kick that over to Tactical Turkeys. So you guys can send money for Toys for Tots. And I'm going to pull this up here. So it is $R like Roger, O like Oscar, B like boy, E like Echo, 36. And you'll see a picture of the Maryland Arsenal in the background right there. So you can kick it back. You can pause it right there. If you guys choose to contribute or not, that's okay. But if you do choose to contribute to that Cash App, what they're going to do is take that money and they're going to literally go shopping and drop off, drop off all the toys to the Toys for Tots at Maryland Arsenal, and they're going to stack it up and help the kids just, have the best possible Christmas that they can. I've already contributed. As a matter of fact, I contributed to the wrong person initially. So somebody else randomly got $25 and it says Toys for Tots, DLD After Dark. And sir, let me tell you, if you keep that, you are a heathen. You are a terrible, terrible person. So I'm hoping that you send it back to me. But if you don't, then keep it, dirtbag. And then I corrected it. If you send $25 or more, then you receive a free patch. So do it up. And here, let me know if, and it will be documented. And let me see, I'll do this real quick. I just realized my laptop was plugged in, but the plugged in part wasn't plugged in. That's how life is, right? 1 second. Let me do this real quick. Bananas. Toys for Tots from Turkeys. Crickets. Cash App. $ROBE 36, right? Double check that right quick. ROBE 36. Okay, yep. So that's what I'm gonna do. Bam. Bam. Toys for Tots from Turkeys. Cash App ROBE 36. So that's for you, Technical Turkeys. Appreciate all y'all. And hey, here you go. Give me 1 second. We'll bring that up. I feel terrible that I've left my guest back here this entire time. Hey, there he is. Crypto Pirate. What's up, brother? He said, where is it? Where is it? Crypto Pirate, drop the name of your channel if you have not already. Just so let me see. Yeah, Crypto Pirate, drop the name of your channel so I can give you a shout out too, man, because you always show the love, man. I appreciate you. But let's go ahead and bring on your boy, probably the only pilot that you know, and then we'll hit Shooting Gallery New England's super chat as well. So thank you all so much. Boom, look at that. The man, the myth, the legend, the only pilot that you know, or the only pilot that you know that has crashed two times and survived, allegedly. Flying Rich.
Indeed.
Thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
How
I was
are
almost
you?
falling asleep, but thanks to the third latte, I'm doing good.
You are a latte having mother. What's going on, man? How are you?
Yep.
I hear
Printing
something. Yeah, I hear something going burr in the background.
Darn right you do. Because, well, I got excommunicated from my GAT lab, also known as my daughter's bedroom, while she's in college at the GAT lab.
Hey, we all gotta have a lab somewhere.
So,
hey, while
yeah.
I plug up power to my computer, do me a favor, because there may be some folks in here that don't know who you are. Let everyone know who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
Well, they can find me in Walter, Safety Harbor Firearms, this Saturday at the Hacienda, shooting 50 calibers suppressed.
Heyo.
And other stuff. But yeah, so Flying Rich Cloud Engineer, co-host of the John Crump Live Show, friend of the Darkest Mavis, and printer of GATs. So yeah, I got a channel, Flying Rich, and 80 away from 10,000 subscribers.
What did you call it at first?
I said subscribers. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Shooting Gallery New England, what's up, brother? Thank you so much for the super chat. The $9.99, the 999. Oh, 999. That's the call that goes out when a code blue occurs. When a police officer is shot, a code 999 goes across the radio. So I don't know if this is code, if you're trying to sneak some subliminal messages up in here, but careful with that. You're breaking some rules there, bud.
No,
it's crazy. It's crazy. He said,
well, what is this? Nobody knows. Who knows?
Yeah, nobody knows. Not even the gay TF. So Shooting Out Immediately says, I don't have a Cash App, but here's to helping out others. So what I'll do is I'll take this $9.99.
He's on what is that social media that only non-straights go to? What is it?
Grindr.
TikTok. He's on TikTok.
Oh,
and Grindr. So Joe's on TikTok and Grindr looking for dates. But he doesn't have Cash App. I mean, even I have Cash App.
Yeah, get a Cash App. But shout out, I appreciate the. That's very loud. I don't know if it's my headphones that are loud or if it's just that. It's actually making my teeth hurt when you do that. Thank you for the support, everyone. Hell yeah, appreciate you, Tactical Turkeys. Anything helps. We're doing this for those who need. Yeah, so if you guys, you get a free patch at $25, right? Because they have to be able to do this and be able to not lose money on it, right? But anything, $1, $2, $5, and don't feel obligated to give. I just felt compelled to share that with you guys, so you know that there's an option to give to others. So yeah, around this season, man, a lot of people are struggling. I want to give blood, but don't know where out here, and will not wear a muzzle. Didn't take the clot either, so my blood may be valuable. Yeah, I don't know. I've had. So one time I went to a bus to give blood just randomly. I stopped by a shopping center. There was one of those big buses there where you give blood. So I stopped by and I started filling out the form, and it said, "Have you ever used intravenous drugs?" And I had said, "Yeah, I have." I was not allowed to give blood because over 12 years ago, I used drugs intravenously. And I said, "More blood for me, you know." But it was just strange. Like, I don't have any diseases, you know. I think they run all the blood before, before they do whatever. Anyway, so they don't take all blood. It's kind of crazy, especially if
Yeah, there's on that questionnaire to give blood. There's a number of things you'd be excluded from.
yep. And if you think that's rigorous, try to give semen. Moving along. Damn, baller. And Safety Harbor Firearms, shout out to you. Man, Safety Harbor Firearms has some dope shit. I still am amazed at some of the shit that I got the Scorpion, the 50 BMG, the SHTF 50 that goes on any AR lower or most AR lowers.
Oh, most AR lowers.
Most AR lowers. Detective John Kimball, good to see you, brother, who is also now a channel member due to the graciousness of the community. Apple pie is the only acceptable dessert besides pumpkin pie that should be served during the holidays. I don't completely agree. I'm a pecan pie. Hey, tech money.
Oh yeah,
I remember. DLD, is that a double leather shoulder holster you're wearing? It is a Galco Miami Classic 2 that currently has a 19X with 20 rounds in it on this side and 2 of the mags on the other side. But thank you for noticing. Tech Money, shout out to you, brother. Hell yeah, appreciate you, another channel member. All right, I'm super behind on chat, but I want to go ahead and jump in. So we had a pretty interesting conversation before we started. What did I inform you of before we jumped on?
The cream that you got from the drugstore isn't working.
The drugstore. That's how you know how fucking old your ass is. The drugstore. Oh,
did I say pharmacy? CVS?
Just go to the drugstore. Mr. Matthews, what's your YouTube handle? That is Kurt24. Hopefully I didn't just dox his ass. Sorry. Let's see. Rhubarb is good, but it doesn't belong in the holiday season. Oh. Facts. So guys, YouTube gets 0 of Cash App donations. This is true. Man, I could not tell you guys what a game changer it is when, first off, YouTube, okay, these dudes are pulling 50% of your super chats, and then you got to take another 30% of the gross amount, give or take for taxes. Let's say 17 to 30%. So yeah, if you want to give to a creator, I'm not talking about me, us. Like I don't care. I'm not expecting anything at all. I'm just saying for others, that little bit may make a big difference. But yeah, you go ahead and start it off. Let them know what we were discussing prior to starting.
So we were talking about the New York Fed launching a 12-week CBDC pilot program with major banks, which is a central bank digital currency. That's CBDC. Yep. Basically, kiss your ass goodbye. It's over, and I guess we can close the show now.
That's it. It's over. Get all the water, food, and security that you can. We're all going. No, all joking aside, I mean this is pretty terrifying. So right around the same time that the with FTX has occurred, DLD After Dark put the word gift in the line of Cash App memo. It helps reduce tax burden to an extent. That's a good point. JLM, what's up, brother? Let me see. Naughty Heathen, what up? Where is Fish? I know Fish had the belt guts, but Fish, it'd be nice to see you in here, man. C&T Designs and Arms, what's up, brother? Other chip. Ha, my wife asked if Chairman Juan was the guest based on the voice, but when I told her it was Flying Rich, she reacted with disdain. Oh my God.
Wow. Wow.
Dang.
Wait a second. Please tell me I don't sound like Chairman Juan.
You sound way cuter.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Oh, look at that. Carolina EDC Review says, I'm doing a raffle. If anyone is interested, go to my IG. Nice.
What are we raffling off? Are we raffling off Carolina EDC? Because if we're raffling him off, I'm in. I didn't say that out loud, did I? I used my inside voice on it, right?
That's true. Hold on.
Is Shogun Customs here?
What? He was right about Jews. Oh, that's so funny. God bless you, Mr. Crypto Pirate. Okay, so let's back up a little bit. Right on the heels of the whole FTX debacle. Now, keep in mind here that the curly-haired fuck that was apparently the bright JP Morgan of crypto. That's what these people were calling him. The little like curly-haired 30-year-old that was apparently the JP Morgan of crypto, that was all a scam. It was all set up to, launder money and to, fund radical extremists. Let's call this, since they're calling us radical extremists, let's call them radical extremists. And I don't want to get on the whole right and left thing. I'm just saying people with opposing views from us that are extreme, okay? People that are freedom haters. Is that fair? People that are freedom haters. Now, there was an executive order back in March where the former vice president was to sign an executive order ensuring responsible development of digital assets. And from March until this whole FTX crash occurred, they're starting a 12, the New York Fed is starting a 12-week, this was about 2 weeks ago, a 12-week trial run on the CBDC pilot, which is the, let me see if I can get, what was the, what did that stand for? CBDC.
CBD.
CBD. Central Bank Digital Currency. Now, the banks that are involved are the Bank of New York, Mellon City,
Criminal.
Citibank,
Criminal.
Oh, yeah. U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo.
Criminal.
Wells Fargo.
Actually, oh shit, my bank, PNC Bank, MasterCard, TD Bank, Truist, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, if you guys remember, like a year ago, we had a few streams that was discussing the ESG and how ESG and CG. I'll bring up the acronyms, but environmentally social
governance.
Yeah, environmentally social governance of businesses. And what it's looking like, and I have everything pulled up, guys. Sorry, I'm kind of fumbling here. But what this is looking like is that this could be the ultimate control of anything and everything. There's no more, passing legislation or, passing, any act of Congress that, oh my God, they're going after gun control. They could literally freeze anyone's assets based on an individual score or a bank's score. Let's say that there's a super based bank out there and they're like, yeah, we're not going to a digital currency. We're not going to, XYZ, whatever. They're either going to disappear due to lack of funding, or they're going to be bought out, or they're going to buy in, and they're going to have to, they're going to have to play the part.
Well, so there's a couple of problems. First off, let's not everybody panic and run for the hills yet. This is a test between the central bank and these other banks, between the Fed and these other banks. It's a test pilot program, and it's not going to be trades, but I'm assuming they're going to be simulating the actual trades going on, or transactions, I should say. But the problem with this, and I mean, I was mining crypto 12 years ago and had it all stolen. But that's a whole nother story. And the what I was saying back then is that if the U.S. government had a choice between something I could reach into my pocket and hand somebody else, or something that has a ledger that exists for all of eternity that everybody can see, and therefore they can tax it, because if I hand this to somebody else, nobody knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's a digital transaction, because there's a banking digital currency, that means every transaction is known, every transaction can be taxed. What that also means is the government could be like, you bought too much chocolate today, or you bought too much other things today.
Precious metals. Well, so that's kind of the main thing, is like, what type of so the ESG, what's the, I gotta pull it up, give me 1 second, because
so all right, so what makes other
CSR,
currency,
CSR, sorry,
like,
hold on, just I'll forget if I don't say it. CSR, it's a corporate social responsibility. Okay.
mm-hmm.
If these companies have a low CSR rating, then they're going to limit transactions. And guys, they're already doing this with just simple credit card transactions and the merchant services. They have cut merchant services that they will not allow firearms, firearm parts, ammunition, all of these, companies that are freedom-based companies. They're eliminating them to where there's a couple to a friendly, merchant services out there that have already given up information to the ATF and FBI. There's only one direction that this is going to be headed in. Sorry, Rich, go ahead.
I don't remember what I was saying now, but yeah, no, I know what I was saying. So the big deal is you don't want a central bank running cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency is a bad term. I'll use it anyhow. But you want, or I should say, digital currency, something like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, because it can't be regulated by anyone, it means it can't be taxed, and it can't be turned on, turned off, or maybe you're hoarding too much currency. So if you have a central bank digital currency, they could say, well, you make too much money, you're giving it now to so-and-so. It's like, what? Or you haven't spent enough, the economy's in a slump, I'm running for re-election and I need to win, so you need to spend all of the money in your bank account or that money will expire.
And I think one thing they're going to do is they're probably going to, FUNWO, the New World Order. So what I think they're probably going to do is Americans cannot, even though a lot of us don't even like money at all, right? I personally despise what money has done to us as individuals, to the country, but it is a necessary, it is a vital thing that we need in the type of world that we live in. It's kind of the thing that I say, acknowledge the world that you live in, right? I would love to just be rolling around with a bunch of SBRs and machine guns and shit like that, but I need to acknowledge the world that I live in and say, okay, if I do that, that's illegal. That's a felony. I will get, I am worth more to my family, to my community, out of jail, right? It's the same thing that, understanding that money is vital in our community. And this may sound so simple, but it's actually a pretty deep conversation to have. But the government has always created issues and then jumped in to be the savior. And then it's like, oh my God, the government is saving us. Thank you so much. But we need to look at what's happened here. I think one thing that we're going to see when we convert to the CBDC, cryptocurrency, we'll say that, like you said, just for the sake of understanding what we're talking about. I think they're going to give some type of benefit. So if I have 25 grand in the bank, they may say, well, if you convert to this new CBDC cartridge, coin or whatever currency, I got cartridges on my mind. I need to buy up some more precious metals. If you convert, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some benefit. Like if you have 25 grand, that would be equal to 50 grand. A centralized bank digital currency, CBDC. It is currently on a 12-week trial and a 6-month actual usage, like a trial actually being used in New York City right now, or in the state of New York right now. So yeah, that's my thought.
Sorry, I think my internet connection's real crappy. It's been going in and out. Yeah,
Sorry,
there could be some crazy temptations, and just like you've been saying all along, many times on the channel here, is that if we can't do essential things on our own, like feed ourselves, that's a big deal. That's where the government has control over us. If 3% of our population is feeding themselves and 97% of the population is getting their food from the supermarket, we're screwed.
Yeah. And Zeef brings up a good point. You won't have a choice. It's been in the works for years. Well, so think of it like this, though. There are a lot of things that we can do. We'll get into things that you can do to look at this differently and kind of prevent a change. But remember, there was something that happened recently over the last couple of years where they had said, every single person has to do this. Slow the curve, right? 14 days to flatten the curve, slow the spread, whatever. And less than half of about half of the country actually did, right? I have a feeling that that same half of the country would say, F you, NWO, GOV, I'm not doing that shit. And I'd say the most precious things that you could convert your cash to is you can actually pull the physical cash out. But I think if they are really committed to a world with this digital currency, number one, what happens when the lights go out? That's the first question I would have. Because when the lights go out, right now, our digital screen that tells us how many tokens we have in our account, that's bullshit. You can literally move money through the air. It's all bullshit. It's already digital. It's just not a true digital blockchain that they can monitor and and uh, prevent or check your IG. Okay, what was that? Rich, are you still reading me?
No, I think my internet connection's going in and out.
Well, that's not good.
Yep. Yeah, so it's kind of a terrifying new world order, and the quicker you can be self-sufficient, the better for you. Because a digital central bank currency is a real screwing. And I want to know what Farmer James has got going on with his wife and why his wife doesn't like me.
He says, your mic is screwed. Is my mic fudged up, y'all?
You sound okay.
Just okay? Tell me the truth. Boosters are dying. 10 boosters. This just reminded me on the importance.
Something's crackling. Yeah, Zach says something's crackling.
It's crackling. Hold on.
Oh, you are cutting in and out? I thought it was just my bad internet connection.
Okay. You sound like Seth Rogen. Okay, what about now? How do I sound now?
Sounds good.
Yeah, can you guys still hear me okay, or is it cutting out? So sometimes it cuts in and out because of how close I am to the mic and how much I project. That's why really I should really take it down a notch in volume and just be a little bit quieter. Coop, brother in arms, better. Okay, all right. I'll keep. Keep. Hold up. Okay, I think I know what it was. I don't know. Laugh like you're high, like Seth Rogen. Yeah, I don't know how Seth Rogen laughs. I bet that Dark does look like he could be Seth Rogen's brother or cousin, at least. Let me tell you what, from what I've heard about Seth Rogen, especially with his interactions with Count Dankula, I no longer look at Seth Rogen the same. I'll tell you that right now. Which, by the way, I have invited Count Dankula on the show. I've invited Alex Jones on the show, and I've invited. I know. What are the chances, right? And I've invited the gentleman I told you about that that was in the self-defense situation. So thank you. That would be great shows. I've also invited Sean Ryan from the Sean Ryan Show, and I actually heard back from the Sean Ryan Show. So that's exciting. That would be a hell of a show. WTF is Rich doing? Rich just likes, you know, he said, dark out that ASMR mic. I know how much you love it and how much you desire to hear me. Okay, sorry, I'll stop. So tactical turkeys, tell dude to for it up. Oh, fork it up. Yeah, I think Naughty Heath is going to get a tattoo on his head, and I also just got word that one of our very own has gotten a DLD After Dark blue Kimlight tattoo on his head. Y'all ready? Men against the masses. Madam, he be memeing. He be memeing. Okay, so I think the most important things that we can do in this situation where
Good night, Walter.
Good night, Walty Poo. Do not hold on. I plugged you to Sean Ryan and Mike Glover a couple months ago. Oh, that's right. Was that you, Toy Town Inc? That oh no, somebody else put me on Mike Glover today. But Mike, I've invited Mike Glover on the show as well, and I've also and thank you, by the way. Toy Town is a true homie. I don't know how Dugan is doing. I did hear that he may be back, but not like back. Just back in the sense of speaking with others. But we had both gotten different phone numbers, so we haven't spoken. But I'd love to reach out to him, and would love to catch up, man. Dugan, if you're out there, and if you're watching, I love you and I miss you. For real. He was a huge part to the beginning of this channel, and miss you, bro. Learned a lot from him. A lot. For real. So a couple things that I think we need to look at is, in the spirit of being grateful for what you have, how can I express gratitude in one moment and in the other moment know that everything could just be gone, just like that? So I think the most important things that we could do is, without being too ridiculous, right? Look at the cash that we have and say, okay, this is what I need approximately for living. So keep that money in the bank to be able to pay bills, to be able to pay your mortgage, to be able to pay, your house or your bills or whatever. I think that's something that we all have to realize, that that is the world that we live in. We need to be able to pay for life. Everything extra, I think, like, depending on it, some people here are homesteading, some people here are, prepping and storing. Some people here are kind of just getting into a life of preparedness. But really, the things that we need to look at is, what are you storing and stocking? Like, what do you keep? Like flour, sugar, salt. What are you growing? Like, there's so many other things that we need to put money in. I'm not a big believer in putting a shitload of money in gold and silver, but hold on. People are saying it's my mic. What the fuck? Hold on. Let me try this. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please let me know if it's my microphone or if it's Flying Rich slamming a magazine into his arc lower that's causing an issue. Um, Rich just muted himself. I'll do a quick little. I did see her on Preps and Silver. Too many choices. I did see her on one of DLD's replays. Okay, so check, 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 check 1 2 1 2. Let me know about the mic. Check 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check 1 2 1 2. Give me 1 second, Rich. I'm gonna mute you for 1 second. Okay, so check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check, check. Mic check. Oh, you gotta check. Check these nuts. Check these nuts. The dollar keeps dropping in value. Why not put it on pause in gold and silver? It's not a bad idea. I was just saying that I haven't personally gone down the path of precious metals. Uh, and check these nuts. Okay. Yes, Vanessa, that's just my voice. That's actually just my voice. It kind of reminds me of me, your boy, dark, dark, dark. But hey, what can I say? Now, if I project a little bit and give you like the customer service voice, it is not gravelly at all. I'll work on that. I'll turn the gain down and I'll project up a little bit so I can have a little bit more crisp clarity. The problem is that when he needs water. Get that boy some milk. He needs some milk. I got some water. Get Richie, take over. My voice is too gravelly.
Oh, all I gotta say is, if you think Dark's voice is gravelly, wait till you wake up with him.
You probably would want to phrase that differently. In the same house. So part of it is, so one of my family members was the ones who, a little more soprano, dark, dark, dark has a can with a Beretta M93A. And yeah, I'm rocking FMJs in that mug because I'm careless like your boy. Okay, so let's go back a little bit. So, this Fort Scott ammunition.
Indeed. And I can't show you the rest of this because that's top secret.
Yeah. Actually, I don't need a pop filter because this is an SMB7. It has a built-in pop filter. So it's, if anything, it's my gain. because gain is basically, you know, how much treble, how much bass you have. Um, so when I spoke to the person that brought me this equipment and we were doing all these checks, he was like, so he's a professional musician, and he was telling me that, you know, Dark, your voice is all in your throat. It is not supposed to be in your throat, because what happens is you have a really raspy, gravelly voice. I use my voice all day for work. Like that's what I do, right? Hold on. And then on top of that, like you're supposed to project. You're supposed to, speak like up here, right? Or through your chest or your gut and project out. But it's just the way that I speak. But it puts a lot of undue stress on my throat, and my voice is just kind of raspy as a result of it. And gain of function now. Yeah, yeah. You a drill sergeant? Nah, not a drill sergeant. You know, you, if you saw my belly, you would know I'm not a drill sergeant. Um, sound off like oh man. Okay, so personally looking at this, I'm looking at like not only what I have. So I basically have everything in, not everything. I want to look at this a little bit differently. So everything I have in long-term accounts, we're going back to what we were discussing. Sorry, y'all just gonna have to deal with the way my voice is. This is how God made me. Okay. Um, if throat punch for the win. Mostly it's from like screaming at telemarketer, where I would not make anywhere near what I make if I was a telemarketer. I recommend a carnivore diet. We'll have belly fat in no time. Yeah. So not only what I have in my direct accounts, like for, there's my personal shit, and then there's the business shit, and then I have all my long term shit. I am literally tempted to pull everything out of my long term savings because number one, I don't believe that I'm gonna likely live to see that anyway. I'm hopeful that I will. I am hopeful that I'll be able to retire one day in a peaceful world. But the direction that we're headed, I don't know. I am doubtful of that. Um, and I would love to actually take that and invest it into things that if we are headed towards this CBDC cartridge, or Jesus cartridge, I can't, guys, sorry, it's in my hand. It's in my hand. It's in my head,
The
y'all.
Wildcat cartridge.
The Wildcat cartridge. If we are actually headed towards this central bank digital currency, then that is potentially going to give the government, both federal and state, but more so the federal government. I'd like to see how that works, but man, I wonder if some states could just say no, right? Like, and we have like state currency, like your Virginia currency wouldn't be accepted in DC or Maryland, like that would be crazy. Um, well, we will be fine. How do we know? I mean, it is clear as day that our government has been headed towards control in every single aspect of our lives. When we were talking about polymer 80s and braces and firearms, that of course we were fine. We're still able to build. During 94 to '04, we could still buy ARs. But all of those things definitely had an impact on our lives. Now, moving forward, if we're saying like, it's okay, we're going to be okay, if the United States government can control every single thing that we purchase, and they can allow or not allow purchases, or even worse, now that these companies are going to have to stand up to, have scores. They're going to have the corporate social responsibility score, and banks and individuals are going to have ESG scores. what's going to happen? How can we take that cash out and invest it in things that are actually useful, right? Useful, necessary for actual survival, but then also, skills, like translating those things into skills and things that you can trade and barter. Most of the reason that I collect firearms and ammunition and armor and gear and all that shit like I do is because I know that no matter what, I'm going to have things that I can turn into money if I absolutely need to. But also, they're important tools to have. And also, I can trade and barter with them or make a small army. Rich, what are some things that you would convert cash to if you absolutely needed to?
Well, I think a good advice is, one, Rogue Banshee, I have mad respect for. So,
Yep.
like, one of the things he talks about is being debt free. That if everything's paid off and you have a garden, you're most of the way there. But think about things that we haven't experienced, like the recent plague. There's going to be, as many things as you plan for, there's going to be things you don't plan for, like the plague we got hit with. So I think diversification is a big deal. So maybe have some money in precious metals, have some money in gold and silver, have some money in cash, have food stores. And again, the big frickin' deal is if everything's paid for, unless they just tax it like your property, they can't take it away from you. So, big proponent of living within your means, which we're all guilty of. I'm major ass guilty of living beyond my means. But if you can live within your means and get crap paid for, and that you basically own every stinking thing and nobody can take it away from you, and you have the capability of defending stuff so they can't take it away from you.
Bro, I'm with you. I just bought a $1,000 pistol. This is only a slide, obviously, and got the can on that bad boy.
Now, is that the one? Did it have 16 magazines? How many magazines came with that?
16 magazines. So I got the Beretta. Yeah, the dudes at the gun shop were like, "Bro, we've never gotten in a transfer like this." It's funny because
so Man Against the Masses. I'll have to send you a PM. But my neighbor has there's a flag lot behind me with two properties directly behind my house, and I know the owner. One property he rents out, one house he rents out, and the lady the tenant, she's got a C8, and it's like I'm on a dirt road. So she's going along like 5 miles an hour down this dirt road because there's 3 conditions of the road. Well, really 4. So 3 feet underwater, we haven't had in a while. Dusty like a mofo, and muddy, where you just get mud all over your car. Or it's exactly like after the dew set in the morning, there's no dust and there's nothing kicking up. And so there's basically 4 conditions of the road.
I could not even imagine a life without dust. Shout out to taxable turkeys. No, I'm kidding. So Crypto Pirate says, DLD After Dark, check out 1 Year in Hell. It's about the Bosnian War, and it is loaded with practical survival tips. So funny thing, we actually did 3 series, a 3-part series, 3 streams that were all several hours, where we reviewed this dude's entire recounting of over a year in an SHTF WROL situation. And I sent some messages to an email that was posted for the dude to invite him on the show, but that was like, it was like a year ago. but that is an incredible resource, and I highly recommend. And you know what? I had some people asking if we could do that again. I'd be down to do it again to review his story. Um, no, it's okay. I got it. I appreciate it though. That's a very very compelling. That was one of the best. Did the TEDcast guy have him on his? No, he didn't have him come on the show, but he did a similar thing. So it was funny. So, and that was the TED pill, which the TED pill has been totally MIA for close to a year, and he got hit by YouTube. He had all sorts of issues. They were threatening to take down his channel before he could even request to be a YouTube partner. They sent him a message when he was at like 950 subscribers saying that he could not be monetized and all this shit. And it's, hey, what's up, B3 Outdoors? Good to see you, brother. No, not that dust, man against the masses. DLD After Dark, lots of stuff like that on my Odyssey channel. Okay, thank you, Odyssey, that's what it was. Patriot 1776. Don't go to it without a VPN or you will be on a list. Seriously. We're all on lists, bro. Trust me, we're all on lists. And it's likely lists that you would never imagine. Trust me, ask John Crump. Yeah, Ted Pill, super based. Love the channel. And that's another thing. So he was a that was one of the best. All right, we'll go back and we'll run it again, man. I honestly I love those conversations. I know, a lot of the things that we've gone to is, very firearm based and very like based on firearms and based on building. Part of that is like I get kind of set in my ways. You guys know my thoughts and beliefs. You guys know what I believe and what I believe like as far as where we're headed. So I think arming people with the knowledge and capability of being able to build modern firearms in the privacy of their own home with zero governmental overreach is super important. So I've been focusing on that. VPN or not, internet carrier router has all the data. I invest in patches. Good point. I got a few behind me, and I need more patches. I need more patches. This whole one right here below me is empty. It's literally empty. So somebody, Tactile Turkeys, hopefully that that donation will get me one beautiful patch. I'll put that one patch on there. That's it.
So what's interesting is people talk about VPN, and I don't want to badmouth everybody that advertises a VPN, but most people don't know what a VPN is. The people that are getting VPN that aren't techs are no safer than before they had the VPN.
It's like when people doesn't tour without.
It doesn't mean you can't be hacked or anything like that. Absolutely not. They give you very misleading information about that. Now, I use a VPN. I use a VPN when I'm out to dinner and I want to check on a print. I VPN into my home network. But VPN out of your home network does very little. There's a couple of things it does do for you, but most of the advertising them saying you can't be hacked if you have a VPN is full of crap. Or you're anonymous, they say all of these things. Yeah, if you don't know how to use the VPN correctly, it's not going to be any benefit to you.
There you go, brother Ron Wayne. A lot of VPNs are private servers.
So Z's got the right answer.
Yeah, geographic locks. Yeah. I've personally never used, I don't use a VPN on a normal basis. I know a lot of people, take some steps to be very cautious on the internet. But the day that I did any type of video challenging the government with my face and, gave YouTube all my information, it was over. He's a VPN to watch Cody. Hey, Paul Ball, what's up, brother? Hell yeah, dude, appreciate that. That is the DLD hardware address. And thank you, Ron Wayne. If any of you guys have any patches, I would be very grateful. Oh, oh, off, off. This is one of my favorite patches. This is from your boy Tame the Bang, who can be seen on the Serialist show every Friday at 9 p.m. This is definitely a super based patch, and it's even got an Aimpoint Comp M4 on it and a Knight's Armament vertical grip. Pretty based, pretty based. What's up, more about a Prince? Good to see you, brother. Going online with a VPN still means you are still exposing yourself to the same murky water it was before the VPN. I just used my VPN to anonymously order McFlurries to Dark's house while he's at work. I was wondering why I just keep coming home to all these messes, you know? Hands down, my favorite patch. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit's dope. Shit's gangsta. So, yeah, I felt compelled to bring up this topic because, I mean, there's a little bit of a fear in the back of my head that says the government, you know, I'm the government and I'm here to help is one of the most terrifying things that you can hear. And I know we've talked about that before, but when you talk about things that you've worked your entire life for and you're counting on your slave coins that are in a bank somewhere that are already basically digital anyway, and if you're counting on those funds to be able to prep and survive or homestead or whatever it may be, how terrifying would it be if the United States government said, no, we don't like the stuff that you're buying. We don't like the companies that you're buying stuff from. All of that is shut off right now. We'd be forced to go to, you know, alternate means of, you know, trading and bartering. And that's a pretty bleak future, if you ask me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 100%. They have all of our information already. There's nothing you can do to hide from anything. And truthfully, there's absolutely nothing that I expect to keep private from the government or the Fed boys or whatever. My privacy is for the people on the internet that constantly message me and DM me and, you know, try to like find me. You know, that's creepy. Don't do it.
You're saying me going over your house is creepy?
Well, not you. You're okay.
Oh.
Scusi. Oh. Almost spilled my drink on my mixer. Joe Morris, can you elaborate, please? Let's see what this is about. 10 years from now looks bad in the direction we are moving in right now. 100% agree. Can you guys still hear me?
There'll be a correction.
Yeah, I certainly hope so. I just can't get away from how, for me, how scary it is to think that the government could control every single thing that you purchase. And I know that, you know, nice, those look like cookies.
They're Ron Wayne.
They are Ron Wayne patches. Is that your actual silhouette? Yikes. DLD After Dark, I will trade you 2 plasma cuts for a PWEDC patch. You never got one? Coop?
What?
I'll send you one. Yeah, shoot me your address. I'll send you one. I mean, after all, Coop has sent me 2 plasma cuts, bro. 2. haven't been able to hang them up without them trying to kill me. Do y'all remember
Yeah.
when like they literally would fall down and like land on my neck? And I'm pretty sure they literally tried to kill me.
Oh, I'm jealous of JLM. He said digesting 4 brats and some baked potato. Dude, my
Wow.
Costco used to have brats, and they don't have them anymore.
Have you been noticing that shelves seem a little bit more bare? Things are seeming a little bit less available.
I've just been hunting hog in my backyard, so I don't know.
Really?
No, only squirrels in my backyard. Oh, although I think there was probably a coyote in my front yard a couple days back.
You know, in
Probably should
Virginia,
check the cams.
are you sure it was a coyote?
There's fox. I've seen fox in the neighborhood. I have actually seen wild boars in the neighborhood also.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Like less than 1,000 yards away from me, I was coming down the road about 2 a.m. one night, and there was a wild boar in the road.
Um, I'll get to you in 1 second, Kimball. So, interestingly enough, in the state of Virginia, I don't know if the law or code or whatever is still the same, but coyotes are menace animals or animals of menace or menacing animals. I don't remember how they put it, but you could, at least at one point, if not still now to this day, shoot a coyote within city limits in broad daylight or at night because they're menacing animals. They used to have a bounty if you brought them to the county. They would literally give you a bounty,
Bounty for the county.
a bounty for the county, and not the quicker picker upper. I mean, like a bounty, uh, you know, like $75 or something like that. So I saw one day walking down the street in the middle of this neighborhood in the suburbs, and you can tell the difference between like a fox and a coyote. Generally, from one, how tall they are, generally very tall, like in the legs, compared to dogs and foxes, especially compared to foxes. But their hair is very wiry, so you can kind of see how wiry their hair is, and that's yeah, they're pretty scary looking, but nothing a 9 millimeter couldn't fix. Now 40 caliber though is proven to not be able to penetrate the skin of a coyote. I don't know if y'all have looked into that.
Or a leather jacket, yeah.
Yeah, correct. Yep. Well, it depends. If it's like a Walmart leather jacket, it might start to penetrate the first layer. So DLD After Dark. I'm looking to get some decent optics for this Friday. What is a better rounded setup? X4 Trigicon or an EOTech and magnifier setup? So it's really a personal 40 cap. It's really a personal decision, right? So the downside to having like a 4X Trigicon ACOG is that is all you have forever, right? If you have a 25-yard shot you have to make, then you're doing it either just straight up from line of sight, point and shoot, or you're doing it through a 4X optic. Um, a couple things. It depends on what gun you're putting it on.
Oh,
Dude, I had to mute you because that's probably copywritten stuff. All right, you're off mute. So it depends on what gun it's going on. If you're putting it like on a 308 or something like that, like they make a 6X 308 optic, ACSS type reticle. Hey, the Armsman, what up? 40 blows the lungs out of the coyote. I think that's 9 millimeter. I'm not. I'm just saying. Excuse me. Who's killing cats and dogs? So it depends on what gun it's going on. The benefit of, I mean, obviously, the benefit of something like a holographic sight and a magnifier is that you have options, right? You're not always stuck to the magnification. but it just depends on what the application of the rifle is. If it's more of like a go-to, like a I don't even want to call it like a combat rifle, but you know what I mean. Like if it is your go-to like field gun, then I would say having options is great. But then also consistency is great. So you just need to feel what's best for you. For me personally, having a prismatic optic that is magnified is great because I don't have the issue of like with a red dot, less with an EOTech, but with a red dot or an EOTech, the dot or the emitter with my eyes is super fuzzy. So a red dot looks like a starburst with like a semicolon.
Have you had any surgery on your eyes, or?
No.
Hmm.
Don't plan on it. What do you see when you look
No,
at a red dot?
A red dot. But it's interesting, if you wear glasses, the dot will mess up. And if you use a camera to look at the red dot, it can mess up also.
See, when I use a camera to look at a red dot, it is like an absolute perfect dot. It's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of how I realized that my eyes were jacked up. Is I was so used to seeing like this kind of starburst with like a semicolon, and yeah, and so people say that astigmatism is what causes that. I've heard the same thing, but when I spoke to a couple folks at the gun store about it, they were like, a lot of people say that, but that's just what every single person sees. There's no way that an emitter can emit a perfect circular red dot. So I don't know. I don't know what to believe. You can wear prescription.
I've never heard that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard all over the place that I think he's reading chat. I think Baldy's taking a nap. No, I think he's going through and reading chat. Just put the subject in the middle of the fuzz. I know that, honestly, that's what I've done. I've just found the point on the crazy starburst with the semicolon, like of what exact part of it is, where the bullet goes at what distance. And then from there, I just kind of track if I need to elevate or, hold over, or aim below, etc. Let me fix this. This is bothering me. There we go. Much better. So for me, at one point, it seemed like the holographic sight, like an EOTech, was way more crisp. But when I looked through one a couple weeks ago, I was like, dude, that is mad fuzzy. Then when I looked through a magnifier with the holographic scope with the EOTech, it was like crystal clear. So it's just a personal decision. So the green, a lot of people say green is better. What I personally held in my hands, and I had barely any starburst effect with a dot, was the newer Hollow Sun Amber, which is a gold dot. I've
never seen that.
Dude, it's money. Let me show you. So it's actually on my other channel because I accidentally uploaded it to the wrong channel. But here, and you know what? Here, I'm gonna drop this. For all you guys looking for a great deal on all of your Black Friday shopping, I'm going to drop a link in chat here. Boom. If you use code DARK with that link, and if you use code DARK with this link, you can buy, oh shucks, that's wrong. Just look up Tack Knives USA and Goonbeam. But if you use that link with Goonbeam, you're actually supporting the channel. And Goonbeam has some incredible equipment. Bing, right here. This is an equivalent to like the 1,000 lumen Streamlight, only this is like 1,100 lumens and like, was it 55,000 candela, something like that. Whereas the EDC that I got from him and Goonbeam is the shit, which it's starting to take a little bit of a beating from all the times I've like thrown it on the ground and stuff like that. This thing is low, medium, high. This thing is crazy. It's like a spotlight. That shit is nuts. You can literally cook an egg with it. And that is 1,250 lumens at 85,000 candela. And it is an indestructible EDC. And I've had awesome luck with all my Goonbeam products. I've actually tried to break this Goonbeam over and over and over, and I just can't do it. I need a sights that go beep, 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 solid beep when you're on target. That's actually a good point. Oh, and remember, guys, if you need like an upgrade to your, from your standard polymer bullshit Glock Greek D-hole, what? If you need an upgrade from your dog shit polymer Glock sights, remember 1776 Supply Co. has those metal Glock sights for $20, and it's an awesome upgrade. And the front sight is a little bit more fine, so they're just a little bit more accurate, and I like them. It's the cheapest metal sight upgrade that's out there. DLD After Dark, I copped a Goonbeam at 5 p.m. tonight, and I got my tracking at 10 p.m. Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. Goonbeam is on point. Will he make a pistol light? Well, I heard that it's possible one already may be in existence. But there's some issues, licensing issues that he has to be aware of. So there may be a different one that comes out in the future, and that is one of the number one things on his list now. Now that he has put out night vision compatible IR equipment. He pro lease. We need a good night vision source for pores. So CryptoPirate, we're actually working on that. I got some folks in the community that have been just kind of privately on their own, working on that. Hey, Rich, you take over for a second, read chat, and catch up with these guys. I gotta piss real quick.
Oh, I gotta go also. What do you mean?
Well, then we can take turns.
Okay.
First one says not it.
Not it.
Just kidding. Hold on. I'll be right back. I thought I would say something that'll wake you back up and bring you back to the stream, you know?
Oh, yeah? You think so? Wow. Oh, hi there. So I'm still mad at Farmer James' wife for one, confusing my voice with Chairman Juan, and two, when she found out it was me, she hated me. So I'm still pissed about that. Why are you guys blocking my super chats? Marconi? Huh. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I didn't even know you could block a super chat. Anyhow, so I'm working on the beta of the ARC 2.0, which is an AR-15 with a gas system build, as opposed to the ARC, which I can't show you, the complete ARC. that I have, but I can show you parts of it. So this is like a 9mm direct blowback arc. I have a functioning arc hiding out, but I can't show that to you. So, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Because so being a Florida man, 15 years now that I've sold the house in New York, I'm full-time Florida man. We get everything from our supermarket. Our supermarket is called Publix, L-I-X. And we just order all the food and reheat it, and we're having some people over. I'm loving the idea of a 4-day weekend, and I am going to be going over to shoot some pews on the Hacienda with Hank Strange and Walter Keller. So that's kind of cool. And the dumb thing is that my daughter goes to school in Gainesville and has an apartment there. And when I asked her if I could stay at her apartment, like if I had to get up early on Saturday morning, she's like, "What are you doing there? I'm home only these days. That's not cool." I'm like, "Well, I figured you'd be going out with your friends, and like, because when we went to New York City, soon as we got into town, she jumped on a train and went to Manhattan. And I was like, "Oh, we could do this on Long Island, do that on Long Island." And she's like, "Later, bye." Talk about the government contracts flying Reaper drones. I don't know a whole lot other than what you could Google, so I wouldn't be able to add a whole lot of information to that. But yeah, I would just say hit Wikipedia or Google if you want to talk about Reaper. I don't have any knowledge you guys wouldn't be able to get off the internet. Now, don't get me wrong, I've know at least 2 people that have flown UCAVs in combat, but they haven't kissed and told, so I don't know anything interesting. But I am printing another ARC 2.0 lower right now because this one kind of twisted, warped. It pulled off of the build plate. I think my new print already looks better, even though it's only a couple of layers. And this is basically, it'll work, but it's not going to be aesthetically pleasing. So like a $30 mistake. I mean, 30 hour, not $30. The filament is, I'd have to weigh this, tell you how much it cost, but any long range with the 50. No, I've almost not shot the 50 at all, which is unbelievable. I think I'm just going to bring it with me this weekend, even though, like, we could shoot 100 yards at Hank's place, but we got to, like, really clear a lot of area where people would be.
Let's clear.
So it's, well, it's like shooting, Hank has 5 acres. So we'd have to shoot from Hank's porch into his range. And there's a lot of area that would have to be clear. It's just a little tougher to keep safe.
That would be cool. Marco in the Army with the $9.99 super chat code 999. That's pretty crazy. Thank you, sir. Use Turkey Day 22. Marconi.
Oh, now you got me wanting a seltzer.
Marconi. Why? Because I'm drinking seltzer? Because I said Marconi.
Yeah. No, because you're drinking seltzer.
Marconi, let the viewers know.
I'm out of latte.
I see that little dry, dusty latte spot in there. Marketing Armory, let the folks and the viewers know when that is active and when it is good for, and I'm sure they will show some support. And yeah, trust, I would never block super chats. And I don't think you can. You can block a person, which means no one can see anything that you say. But yeah, you can I don't think you can block super chats. So it may have just been a connection issue. I've had that issue before too. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Looks like in lower stuffy. Yeah, I think. Oh, was he referring to the arc lower? Maybe.
What was the comment?
He said, "Looks like," and maybe looks like AR lower stuffy, something like that. I'm not sure. It's AR style. It's if you're familiar with the ARC. The ARC is a 3D printed AR that is got a 3D printed upper, and what they do is they use some steel cut plates right where the barrel nut would be, and then they use threaded rods to compress the layers, if you will, to keep it solid. And let's see, Dark, what do you and Rich think of the PSA 57 Rock? Would you get one with the ammo so pricey? So you know what? I would give it up to your boy right here, who's a pro.
What do you mean pricey ammo? What are you talking about?
That was $7,000 for 700 rounds.
And hold on, I'll be right back.
All right, we don't need to ammo flex the whole time. Hey, you guys never see me doing an ammo flex, all right? From time to time, I may do a cannon flex, all right? I may show off that brand new, beautiful M9A3. Hey, see, this is what I don't like, okay? So BV Luminous, channel member for 2 months.
If I don't touch it, what if I go like that, is it considered not touching it?
You know, I don't know. They're so crazy with it that they could shut us down for anything. I mean, I've literally just held an upper and they shut me down like that. Actually, I showed a CAD drawing. So it was a CAD drawing on screen and they shut me down 3 times. But just so you guys see this, in chat on StreamYard, they don't show this. So BV Luminous, shout out to you, my brother, member for 2 months. He says, so thank you. I appreciate you. Rich flexing on us poors. I know. Here, I'll do
23 rounds in that magazine.
Nice. Oh, and guys, do me a favor. Make sure you hit the noise. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. The more you like the button, the more the button likes you. So do me a favor and click out of the live chat and just hit the old like button right there in the face. Click the like button right there in the face. And Mike McClune to the rescue. Have a happy, safe, and blessed Thanksgiving, everyone. Mike McClune, thank you so much. I appreciate you and your generosity, my brother. Thank you so much. Seems YouTube wouldn't let me super chat when using 20% off, probably flagging.
I think the percent sign is, yeah, you can't use certain characters for some reason.
Yeah.
So $, percent sign.
Yeah, but so Mike McClune just used the ampersand, so sometimes it won't.
Yeah, but you can @ people in your text message. So that I think is legal, but I think a lot of other things are not.
Interesting. Well, oh, hold on. Where'd it go? So Turkey 22, 20% off. Nice. Turkey 22. So, oh, and let everyone know when that's active as well, please. And I'll take a moment to flex real quick, and I'll show off. I am not an Olight man, okay? This is my first ever Olight, and I don't really plan on getting another one, but this is YouTube. This is just a picture So please do not flag me and remove my stream. This is just a picture of a picture. And that is the new Beretta M9A3 in all flat dark earth. But the dope thing is that the frame is like an anodized olive drab color. So it's not all the same flat dark earth colors. And somebody saw this and they were like, yo, send me a build list. I was like, bro, thank you. Thank you for thinking that I built this. But this is not a build. This is a straight up 4473 purchase. But thank you for the.
Dark was like a giddy little schoolgirl waiting for that to get delivered.
Oh my god! I mean, it's a $1,000 pistol. Just out of curiosity, why does everyone hate on it? I just prefer other options. So I was actually, for my entire life, I was a Streamlight guy. My entire life. You can talk to Goonbeam. We've had conversations about this. I've been using Streamlight, and maybe it's just because Streamlight grabbed me first, right? It could have been that. It could have been that, Surefire or Cloud Defense or Ring or whoever, grabbed me first. Streamlight just happened to get me first, and I've been rocking with Streamlight until I met Goonbeam, and since then, I have added 6 Goonbeams to my collection, 2 rifle Goonbeams, 1 of the big boy handhelds, which is a rifle light. It's just on a handheld with the ashy nut, and then 2 of the EDC. That thing is burning. 2 of the EDCs. That thing's getting all chewed up back there, boy. And also, what other? Oh, this one, which is glowy blue. It literally glows. The button glows blue. So shout out to Goonbeam for doing cool shit like that. Thank you, brother. And yeah, I have run Goonbeam shit into the dirt, and it's still Goonbeam. I agree. It still runs like a champ, and I have not broken anything. Now, being fair, I've also not broken any of my Streamlights as well, so I still run those. But this was my first O-Light. Let me take that off here. It's my first O-Light. It is a PL Pro Valkyrie, and it's all right. It's just lots of spill. It's lower candela, higher lumens. This thing says it is 1,500 lumens. I don't know. When I hold it up next to my 1,000 lumen Goonbeam, it seems way brighter. Not gonna lie. One Pro has cool toys. No, my red dot does not pulse at all. Even when tracking targets, I'm not getting any pulsing at all. Maybe I got lucky. Maybe it's a new, I don't know. Maybe it's a newer generation. But the red dot he's referring to is quite possibly the most inexpensive fieldable red dot, like a red dot that you can put on your build and actually like trust with your life, which is the Primary Arms RS10 SLX. Here, I'll grab it real quick. Hang tight. We all know that we can't handle things like that, but this is the RS10 SLX or SLX RS10 from Primary Arms. This thing is super solid. It is built like a tank, and I'll tell you, in combination with the with the strike sights. Sorry, y'all, it's all backwards and shit. Hold on, let me hold it up like this. Oh my goodness, it's so hard. There we go. It's so hard. It's because everything is backwards on the camera, y'all. There you go. No pulsing at all. Solid. There you go. Oh, look at that lineup right there. Right in the front sight. It's beautiful and I love it. And it's mine. And this was a blim. I got it on a blim sale for like 129. This is a $200.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's, dude, it feels just as solid as my 507C. I love it. Very, very crisp. Super duper crisp. I'm a Surefire fanboy. I don't blame you. DLD After Dark. Olight has the most kills of any light on the market. It's true. Um, it's about the batteries, though. I'm not going to totally shit on Olight. I'm not a fan of them personally. Even like finally having this one in my hands, like it's all right. I mean, look, if you want to run a weapon light and you can grab one, they're like $130 or whatever. Grab them. But I'll tell you what, I've gotten Streamlights that seem to have more candela and just a better output for me personally for less than $100. I mean, this isn't bad, 1,500 lumens. I just it doesn't feel like 1,500 lumens when I hold it next to like the 1,000 lumen Goom Beam or even the 1,000 lumen Streamlight or anything like that. Not to do so no light. I'm not planning on juicing on them. All right, let me put this back. One sec. Okay. Did you say Palmetto? Palmetto. Sorry for what? Let me see. We had competition to see how far we could lose it. I've heard a lot about the one confirmed kill and how they're Chinese. What isn't these days? Facts. But I've never heard anything bad about quality or performance. DLD, which one of the P80s behind you are you raffling off for the holidays? Very funny. Very funny. Um, we lose a Raven and we pay for Afghan kids $20 to bring it back. Sorry, mostly Streamlight and one LZ. LZ. What? What's an LZ? LZ? I've been using a Sovereign light for a few years. I'm not sure what those are. True glow red dots aren't great, but they are durable. Okay for pores. Yeah, I've heard about those, but they seem to be in the same price range as like primary arms and even Holosun. 704 Tactical has good options for pores. Yeah, there's a bunch of options out there, but yeah. Now I know we got to go ahead and bring it to an end here because we said we wouldn't stay on too long. Just buy Smith & Wesson M&P Sport 2 and call it a day. Not a bad option at all. Okay, here it is. Turkey Day 22, active now till Sunday 30. That's what's up. Kills. Yeah. Skill, better than here. 100%. Primary arms is hard to beat. Vortex is okay too. Yeah, I'm a primary arms guy. Once you find what you like, I just stick with it. So, Rich, anything else before we go? I mean,
no, just happy Thanksgiving to all you folk. I don't want to brag or anything like that. I've had a number of bad years, and this year's been pretty damn good, so I'm pretty thankful.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. This is the most interesting year because this is the first holiday that I'm going to experience being separated between my wife and I. And shit gets weird when you're talking about like the holiday and family and like my daughter who's 5, almost 6. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Um, so I'm thankful for my wife. Yeah, you know what? Everyone take a moment and type something in chat that you're grateful for. I think that would be a great way to close this out. And of course, you guys have to wait to the very end for me to do my closing. So make sure you show Flying Rich some love. And remember that he goes live.
Oh, 80 away from 10K.
80 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers. Yep. That is amazing. Hold on. Elzetta, All-American Made Lights.
If I could just afford to buy the next 80, I'd be like set.
Yeah, right. Elzetta is All-American Made. They are All-American Made lights. The electronics are fully potted. The light can be reached underwater and function. So that's interesting. I actually did that same thing. Reassembled. Can be reassembled underwater and function. Dope. I've been doing a lot of underwater tests and hosing my goon beam down and stuff like that. It's it's a blast. Thankful for my woman. I'm grateful for the Son of God, my Savior, Jesus Christ. Hell yeah. Thankful for my wife. Night all, and if I don't chat before, have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, gentlemen. DLD After Dark. It is sad, but thinking of you. I appreciate it, man. It's, I personally, I don't care about me. I care about my daughter. That's the only thing. And right now, with everything that we're experiencing and the time that we're experiencing it, family is everything. Like your unit. Like if with the type of things that we're discussing, right? If shit went down, the lights went off, and it was like go time, who are you going to connect with and run to? Your family, right? Like that is everything. So keep your family close, be grateful for them, share gratitude, be thoughtful, right? It's important, man. We don't want to pass up opportunities to communicate to our family that we love them without even needing to say, I love you. That's an important thing. So let's go ahead and bring it to an end. Make sure you guys go support Flying Rich. He's only 80 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subs. So Flying Rich, all one word, Flying Rich, on YouTube, Flying Rich _official on Instagram, and Flying Rich on MySpace. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, flyingrich.com gets it everywhere.
Yep, there you go. And also, Flying Rich is the co-host on the John Crump live show, Monday through Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you give them, hey, Craig Licker, I saw you at the beginning, then I didn't see you till now. Where you been at, bro? Yeah, it's hard to keep track of chat. BV Luminous, what's up, brother? Family don't mean shit anymore. LOL. I have me, maybe. So if you have anyone, cherish.
Locals, yeah. Fire Otters. I'm on Locals also, yeah.
Oh yeah, Locals, yeah. On Utreon, on basically everything. But let's go ahead and close out the stream as I normally do. Which is rule number 1 is to be kind. It is so important that we're kind in everything that we do, especially with right now, right? The type of things that we're going through, the type of things that our country is experiencing and that we are going through. It's so important that we're kind. That brief interaction that you have with somebody, that can have a huge impact on their life, right? Rule number 2, live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. A hand that's open to give is open to receive. So bless others and you'll become blessed. That is the way that the world works. 3, we know that the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence. So make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. Not necessarily this thing, but keep a thing on you. Somebody commented, I was fully semi-automatic, commented on Instagram today on Mike Glover's page, and he said, "If you are leaving the house without a gun, stop the car, turn around, go back, get it. Just stop. Do not leave the house without a gun. If you are walking down your driveway to the mailbox, have your tools on you." And the guy fully semi-automatic posted and said, "Thing with you, know?" And he said, "I just do like DLD After Dark says, be a good person and keep that thing on you." Bro, it's everything. And pretty soon, next week, we're going to have the gentleman that I told you about that survived a gunshot to the head. Okay, his eyeball. I don't want to take away from the story. His eyeball was hanging by the orbital nerve as he went to dispatch this crazed gunman. Okay, and he agreed to come on the show. So we are going to be able to go through and listen to his story. And I think this is so important because we all need to remember to always have our tools with us. Our tools are not the only answer, but they may be an answer. They could save your life. Okay. Also, I can imagine that it would be very difficult for him to constantly relive this over and over. So we need to be grateful that he's taking the time to, share the story with us. So on that note, guys, remember that afterward, you just go leave comments on other people's comments, and every single comment that you post, I put all you guys into drawings for cool shit like knives and the OTF switch plates and cool shit like that. So just make sure that you leave a comment after a post and like the stream. But that's it. We're going to skip. I'm not going to be doing the show this Thursday because of Thanksgiving. I may come on for just like a brief moment just to say what's up to you guys. Hey, look at this, Ron. Don't forget the after party in the comments. Y'all, go tell a story. Tell me what your favorite carry gun is. Tell me what you think about this new what is it? The CBDC digital coin. Tell me what you think about that. And tell me what you would focus shifting your currency to. So again, guys, be safe, be dangerous, keep that thing on you. And I love all y'all. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. Cherish your family, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.